Hello, my name is Marko, and I'm so lucky to interview a very successful motivator, leader, and Millionaires Club member with Legal Shield, Mr. Rodney Somerville.
Hey Marco, how you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Hey, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Mr. Somerville, can you tell us a little bit of your story as an entrepreneur?
Yes. Well, actually, when I was your age, Marco, there was a show I used to watch called The Brady Bunch. Have you heard Brady Bunch?
That this group must somehow form a family. That's the way we all became the Brady Bunch. The Brady Bunch. The Brady Bunch. That's the
I heard something called like the Marvel Bunch, something like how.
Was labeled the Avengers. That's the way we all became the Marvel Bunch. The Marvel Bunch. The Marvel Bunch.
Something like kind of like that.
Something similar to that, but it's real people. And Mr. Brady was an architect, and they had 8 kids between the two of them, him and his wife.
Oh.
And that inspired me to want to be an architect because he used to bring home models every single of his projects. So that motivated me to want to become an architect. So I went and started studying architecture. But what I found out once I got a job in architecture and engineering, I had to take out a lot of student loans. You ever heard of student loans?
No.
Yeah, so when you go to college, you have to take out loans in order to get through college if you don't have enough money.
Oh.
Yeah, so between me and my wife, we're actually 6 figures in student loan debt, which, you know what 6 figures is? That's over $100,000.
Oh.
It's a lot of debt, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so no one told us about the debt that we would have to take on. So we started working in corporate America, but we were buried in debt up to our ears because of all those student loans. So one of the things we realized right away is that working for somebody is tough because you have to take orders. You have to tell them, they tell you when to take a break, lunch break. They tell you when you can get off of work. And so after a while, we didn't like that. We wanted to work for ourselves. That makes sense?
Yeah.
So we decided to actually start our own business. We started working with the company Legal Shield. And in 3 months, we replaced our full-time income. And we were full-time. So we've been full-time entrepreneurs ever since, over 20-something years. So that's our journey right now.
Oh. Next question. Is helping people important with succeeding as an entrepreneur?
Absolutely. And the reason why, Marco, is because when you're working by yourself, you can only accomplish so much by yourself. You can only do so much. But when you have a team of people, when you help other people, you have other people working with you, you can accomplish a lot more. So they say you can go a lot further if you have a team.
What advice or lesson can you give us young entrepreneurs in starting our own business?
Well, Marco, the first advice I would give a young entrepreneur is you have to have a burning desire to succeed. In other words, you have to really want to make it. Because a lot of people want to make it, but they're not willing to. The second part is put in the work. All right, so you have to want to make it, but you also have to be willing to, to put in the work in order to do it. So that means you have to get up in the morning when other people are not willing to get up. You have to do what other people are not willing to do in order to get what other people are not willing to have. So, and then the last thing you have to do is be coachable. So number 1, you have to have a burning desire to make it. Number 2, you have to be willing to put in the work. And number 3, the most important, you got to have a coach. You have to have someone who's been there, done that in order to teach you how to do the same thing.
Okay. In the networking industry, how do you deal with your fears and doubts?
Well, in the networking industry, the fears and doubts come from not knowing. Not knowing, it's the fear of the unknown. And so the way I advise people to work on that and the way we work on that is success is a numbers game. So the more people you encounter, the more people you get around, then you start to get over those doubts. You start to get over those fears because you see success happening and you start to manifest that into your own life. So that way you see other people succeeding, you can succeed as well. Also personal development. You know what personal development is?
You build it yourself?
Sort of. You build yourself. In other words, there are books, how you go on YouTube and Google, you can search about how to get better as a speaker, how to become better as a person, how to become better as a communicator. That's called personal development. So the way you get more confidence is you work on yourself. You read the right books, you listen to the right tapes, you get around the right people. That's called personal development. They'll personally help you grow and develop. And that way you can overcome your fears and actually move through life and business a lot better.
Okay. Is there anything you want to share or promote to our followers and viewers?
Well, what I would share is that the world is your oyster. It's 2023, and we have more opportunity today than ever before, especially for young entrepreneurs. There are kids, adults, there are people making not only income, but also changing people's lives, having fun, enjoying their life, enjoying business, enjoying this world. And so my advice is, or really the last thing I would like to say is that there's really no limit to what you can accomplish today.
Oh, thank you so much, Mr. Somerville, for giving me the opportunity to interview you. Now I want to teach you how to do the gritty dance. Hello, Mr. Somerville. I'm a Millionaires Club member with Legal Shield. Just a little bit of your story as an entrepreneur.